Absolutely. So I used to be a software engineer, but I've always had that itch to start my own business.
Und wo wir jetzt aber wirklich reingehen, ist ein Softwareprodukt. Atlas heißt das.
What we want is always, firstly, we call it liquidity.
Liebe Leute, es ist 6:58 Uhr, ihr seht, die ganzen Arbeitslosen schlafen noch und wir machen für euch extra einen coolen Live-Lauf. Wir wurden eingeladen von Qogita. Zu Qogita habe ich schon einiges erzählt. Das ist eine coole Plattform, gerade für den Start, wenn du die ersten Lieferanten finden möchtest, wenn du die ersten Basisschritte machen möchtest. Und wir fahren für euch nach Amsterdam. 6:58 Uhr, absolut nicht meine Zeit. Was soll ich euch sagen? Wir sind hier in Longerich, ihr kennt das ja. In Longerich ist man Longerich. Und in diesem Sinne, wir fahren jetzt los. Leider Gottes haben wir keinen Tank. Wir fahren zur Tankstelle, einen Kaffee und dann geht es los nach Amsterdam. Ich freue mich und der Günther geht schon gerade mit seinem Hund raus. Ich muss aufhören. Wir sind hier in Arnhem, in den Niederlanden. Und was passiert hier gerade? Die Sonne scheint. Und bei diesen Augenblicken hier vergesse ich, dass die Erde uns weint. So, jetzt muss ich hier was wegschmeißen. Also, das jetzige Thema, kurz für euch. Es ist schön, wenn man Geld verdient mit dem Onlinehandel oder dank dem Onlinehandel. Das ist alles gut. Aber nichtsdestotrotz sollten wir uns fit halten. Und viel zu viele Leute sehen aus, als wäre ihr Ernährungsberater. Gerade im Unternehmertum Ronald McDonald. Und ich sage, wir machen jetzt kleines Stretching für die ganzen Crackies da draußen, damit ihr wieder motiviert seid. Und wir schauen mal, was Amsterdam mit sich bringt. Und keine Sorge, wir gehen nicht zum Red Light District. Habe ich eben heute auch in meiner Story gesagt. Übrigens, wenn du mir auf Instagram noch nicht folgst, @pavelsapa eingeben. Und dort gibt es auch einen Ordner bei mir oder eine Gruppe, E-Commerce Insights. Ich halte euch auf den Laufenden, wenn ich von Amazon was mitbekomme, von unserer Accountmanagerin oder anderen Kontakten, die wir so haben, dann teile ich das natürlich, die Basics, in meiner Community, damit ihr später besser und besser seid und damit ihr natürlich, das ist kein Geheimnis, zu uns ins Training kommt, in die Unternehmensberatung, 1:1, vielleicht braucht ihr neue Großhändler oder whatever. Was auch immer es ist, wir sind für euch da und ich sage, let's go! Let's go, liebe Leute. Wir sind in den Niederlanden, in Amsterdam angekommen. Und jetzt gehen wir ins Qogita Head Office. Warum haben die Leute zum Teufel keine Parkhäuser oder zumindest uns nicht mal angewiesen, hey, ihr müsst da rein, da gibt es ein kostenfreies Parkhaus. Aber nein, wir müssen jetzt hier ein Roulette spielen. Ich hoffe, das geht heute gut aus. Liebe Leute, wir haben hier einen Kollegen getroffen, der ebenfalls in diesem Reseller-Game drin ist. Frisch, aber dennoch. Stell dich einmal mit der Community vor.
Moin, ich bin Dylan, 22 Jahre alt, verkaufe auf Amazon, jetzt seit ca. 2 Jahren. Hopcomp GmbH ist die Firma. Und wo wir jetzt aber wirklich reingehen, ist ein Softwareprodukt. Atlas heißt das. atlassakura.com. Also, wenn ihr auf Qogita sourcen wollt, dann ist das the way to go.
Ja, er macht das nicht alleine, als hier 2 ehrenwerte Kollegen, kannst du mitfilmen. Sehr nette Jungs. Und ich wünschte, ich hätte mit 22 angefangen. Ich habe leider mit 26,5 angefangen. Das heißt, die Jungs haben alles vor sich. Und ja, hoffentlich gehen sie nicht diesen harten Weg wie wir damals, sondern hoffentlich habt ihr viel mehr Erfolg. Und in diesem Sinne...
Ja, was würdest du denn deinem 22-Jährigen selbst sagen? Für Tipps geben?
Sehr, sehr schwer. Erster Tipp, geht nicht zu Amazon wahrscheinlich. Nein, Spaß. Also Amazon nicht als Hauptplattform sehen, sondern als eine coole Nebeneinnahme. Ich würde auch Amazon niemals skalieren, sondern immer nur bis 10.000, 20.000 Euro Gewinn gehen. Später Kaufland dazu nehmen, auf jeden Fall. eBay ein bisschen dazu nehmen, eigenen Shopify-Store dazu nehmen und dann Google Ads draufschalten. In guten Zeiten hatten wir am Tag 15.000 Euro Umsatz gemacht. Mit 20 Euro Budget am Tag. Mit 20 Euro Budget. Aber nur mit Markenware. Das heißt, findet neue Wege, neue Möglichkeiten. Qogita ist ein cooler Snack für den Zahn, ist aber auch kein solides Business. Man kann damit hier und da mal ein bisschen Geld verdienen. Man kann auch auf Qogita verkaufen. Das wissen die wenigsten. Aber das ist so das Wichtigste. Und wenn du mit 22 am Start bist, bist du, wenn es gut kommt, mit 32 finanziell komplett unabhängig. Und ich hoffe und wünsche das für die Jungs. Guys, we have right now a short interview with Dear Simon. can you make a short introduction for the community, for the people who
Sure.
don't know you?
So my name's Simon. I'm an Amazon seller in the UK, known online as FBA Mogul. I've got a YouTube, a community, a website, and yeah, I've just been helping people get into Amazon for the past 4 years.
Insane. How did you get to Amazon? Because it's already, I think, also an interesting journey.
Absolutely. So I used to be a software engineer,
Wow.
but I've always had that itch to start my own business. So I eventually quit that job. And actually, Amazon wasn't my first kind of idea, but I saw other people doing Amazon, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. And ever since my first sale, which was on the 6th of July 2022, I've been hooked on Amazon.
Wow.
And I've not only done well on Amazon, but I was like, this is such a good opportunity. I wanted to share it with as many people as possible because, I mean, I now live in Dubai, by the way. So in 4 years, I've gone from working a job in the UK to living in Dubai. So
It's better,
yeah.
better decision, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the best feeling was, I think, the first sale, or what do you think? What was the best feeling experience from yourself when you get in touch with Amazon?
I think actually the first sale, because it really just shows you, it's like, this actually works.
Of course.
Once you get that first sale on Amazon, you're like, okay, this is real. This isn't some like made up guru BS that you see online.
Yes.
And then you start realizing, wow, I made one sale. There's no reason I can't scale this up 100 times, 1,000 times. I mean, there is no limit to the scale on Amazon, essentially.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. I think there are some limits. For example, our limit was 1.4 million. Then we was done physically, emotionally.
Okay, sure.
Anything we was breaking down in
Yeah.
tears because sometimes you have like maybe 1,000 parcels to send out because we
Yeah.
have already FBA and FBM.
Yeah.
What do? Do you sell also branded items like ourselves? Do you use FBA? How is your model going?
Yep, so for me, it's all about FBA, so
Wow.
fulfillment by Amazon. I'm not interested too much in FBM.
Wow.
The reason for that is because of that scale we talked about. I could sell 1 million products in one day,
You can.
and Amazon have the infrastructure for that. If you do that yourself, you have to have a pretty big warehouse, a team, forklifts, all that kind of stuff. So,
Yes.
that's the reason I like that model, and it also allows me to travel the world and continue to sell. And yeah, so that's the big thing really. And what do I sell? I do online arbitrage. So for me, I'm selling existing branded items like Nike or
Yes.
whatever, basically.
Nearly any brand.
Yeah,
Nearly any
exactly.
brand.
And the reason for that is because I don't need to market it. Everyone knows what Nike is. Everyone knows what Corsair
of
is or
course.
MSI or whatever.
Or Crucial, all the big
Yeah,
brands
exactly.
right now. Yes.
So you don't have to pay for advertising. And as we were just talking about, actually advertising and marketing is the hardest part of any business, in my opinion.
And I don't have a clue about this, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know nothing about marketing. Okay, last question. What was your biggest experience in a positive way when you did get in touch with success, with Amazon and stuff like this?
So the biggest thing for me is whenever Q4 comes around. So last Q4, I think I did 400,000 or 500,000 in sales in 1 month.
Sure.
Made some big money. And just realizing how big Amazon is in Q4. That's probably the biggest kind of thing for me, really. I also just enjoy seeing new people get into Amazon and starting their business and having that dream of quitting their job as well. So yeah, for me, it's kind of those are the two things that get me excited.
And of course, I have the final question. When do you do the preparation? Do you do it already now? Right now we are in August. Or when do you do the preparation for
I mean, well, if you
Q4?
can get the stock cheap enough, buy it in January. You can buy stuff in January. If you've got somewhere to hold it and the money's there, then you can the ROI's there. You can definitely hold it till Christmas. But
Sure.
typically, maybe in the middle of the year, it would be normal, September time. Again, if you can get a really good deal on something in January, maybe you can buy Christmas trees for €1 and store them and sell them for
Or
€100
toys,
or toys or
Yes,
anything
sure.
like that. And you've got somewhere to store them and you don't mind tying that capital up. But when you're making 100x, you don't mind tying the capital up for a year, more than you get in the bank. So it's different. But yeah, typically middle of the year, I'd say. But hey, if there's a good deal, I'll buy it at the beginning of the year as well.
Great advice. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thank you. Cheers, buddy.
See you.
Thanks.
Ja, liebe Leute, wir waren jetzt 2 Stunden live in diesem Raum, haben von Qogita einiges erfahren, was gerade hinter den Kulissen passiert. Die erste Sache ist, Qogita wird mit einigen Brands exklusiv arbeiten. Das bedeutet, so ähnlich wie es Sephora macht, dass man einige koreanische Beauty nur bei Sephora kaufen kann, so ähnlich wird das auch Qogita machen und zwar noch in diesem Jahr. Ich bin auf die Marken gespannt. Auch das ist nochmal ein neuer Anker, den man da draußen, denke ich mal, auf dem deutschen Markt zumindest jetzt nicht wusste, denn das sind brandheiße Informationen. Heiß, knackig und rattig. Die zweite Sache ist, Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr es wisst, aber bei Qogita ist euer Geld abgesichert. Qogita ist nicht das Maß der Dinge. Es ist jetzt keine Plattform, die unbekannt ist, um Gottes Willen, nein. Aber euer Geld ist sicher. Ihr könnt hier mit der MX bezahlen. Das bedeutet, auch Qogita muss 4% in Gebühren an den Zahlungsdienstleister abgeben. Und im Normalfall, habe ich eben raushören können, hat Qogita eine Spanne mit den Produkten zwischen 10% und maximal 12%. Das bedeutet, wenn 4% an euch verschenkt werden, dank Qogita, ja, dann ist die Marge bei Qogita 8%, 7% oder whatever. Und auf der anderen Seite ist euer Geld sicher angelegt. Das bedeutet, ihr wisst, dass im Notfall definitiv Qogita dafür haftet und ihr bekommt im schlimmsten Worst Case, man sollte immer wieder im Business mit dem Worst Case oder vom Worst Case ausgehen, euer Geld wieder. Und das ist das Wichtigste und Spannendste daran. Das bedeutet, es folgen neue Sachen. Die dritte Sache ist, Qogita wird definitiv aktuell im Jahr 2026, Q4, als ein verifizierter Händler auf Amazon anerkannt. Das bedeutet, schaltet mit der Rechnung von Qogita die Rechnungen bzw. die Marken auf Amazon frei. Wichtige Marken, Jill Sander, Victoria's Secret und vieles, vieles mehr. Guys, I find also a very successful seller from the UK. Nikos, can you please give the community a short introduction? Where are you from, what do you do, and how long are you in the business?
Hello everyone, my name's Nikos. I've been selling on Amazon for the last 7 years. I started with arbitrage, literally driving around shops for 2-3 years, and I thought, well, I need to scale this, I need to do something. So the options for me were either wholesale in the UK or sell under private label. So I went for private label simply because it was a time issue. It wasn't anything else, it just private label allowed me to spend more time with family. That's what it was. So now I make sure that I launch a new product every 3 months.
Wow.
And in the meantime is, because obviously it takes 3 months for stuff to come in from China, I use that brief period to launch something called a unique bundle. So where I'll put a branded product with something that I potentially even bought from China. So it can be very simple. So you could have like a cleaning product, a cleaning branded good,
Sure.
and I'll just buy the cloth from China. So that's what I do, and then I sell under the brand. It is quite a grey area, just to be very clear to anyone who's watching this, it's quite a grey area when it comes to that on Amazon, but it's something that does happen.
Yeah, of course, and you do it very successful for about 7 years. How do you came for the business? How do you find Amazon? For example, I didn't find Amazon at all. I started with eBay.
Yeah, right.
eBay, it was before like a decade ago super great. Right now, eBay is not so good anymore. How do you find Amazon by yourself? And for example, you do also content stuff?
Yeah.
How did you do this all?
So like, personally for myself is I had to find something to do because I got married. Yeah, I got married.
Okay.
I got married, my car broke down, and I bought a house all in the same year. So I had to do something.
What did happen with your house?
I bought a house. I bought a house,
nice,
So I bought a house, Car broke down,
Congratulations, very good.
So
very
two
nice.
good things, one bad. And I literally searched how to make money online. I
Really? On Google or what?
literally searched on YouTube how to make money online. And luckily there was an Amazon video and not a crypto video, because I think that would have been a different kind of story.
Okay.
Now, for anyone who's watching this, if you search this, the person that I watched how to teach how to do Amazon is now doing crypto videos, which is insane.
Wow.
For us. But I was always selling on eBay.
Cool.
But I knew personally for me is, I kept going to different charity shops. Again, everything has to do with the time limit, really, for us. And because when it comes to eBay, a lot of people know it's a lot of work. There's a lot of work with the pictures and everything. So I thought, well, what's the next step? Let's go on Amazon to do a bit more of the graph for us. And I just continuation, hence as to why we got into the brand. And it's escalated to a case where now I only work 3 days a week on the business. I've got employees that work, and I've got 2 employees that are working for the business. The reality is, I'll drop my kids off in the morning, I'll go to the gym, and then I'll spend about an hour or 2 at the warehouse. And then it's a case of just having calls with clients, and that's what the day really is. I think with yourself too, is there's no ceiling when it comes to this game. There's no ceiling.
24/7 working.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, is like something switched on to me that there's no ceiling with it.
Like idea, new idea.
Yeah, it's just like there's no ceiling to it. Like, I used to be a maths teacher for 10 years, and my salary would have been the equivalent of, like, let's say 46, 48 euros, 40,000 euros. Yeah, not a bad salary. Yeah, not a bad salary.
Bad, yeah.
But if I wanted any more time, I would have to spend more time away from my kids. So this is why I thought, jump in and do it. And it's been the best decision I've done in my life. Wow. By far.
Where can people find your content? Because you do also content, YouTube stuff, podcasts. What do you do? Tell me.
So on all platforms, if you search Nikos Marco, I should pop up. Yeah, so YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, pretty much. Do weekly videos, do weekly photos. I should be doing a lot more, but
one video a week is perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's I love what I do, and I think that's what it is. The content that I kind of create, it's not catchy content. It's content that
real life content.
Exactly, real life content. It's real Amazon. It's not just like, here's my fancy car kind of thing. Click on this video kind of thing. So that's what it is.
Okay, what do you think? And this is my last question. How did the market change? Because before, when I was starting eBay, when I was starting Amazon, I told you and your colleague also behind closed doors that it was super easy.
Yeah.
Right now, anything is completely different. I wouldn't say, for example, stuff like ChatGPT became much harder, but what did change in your eyes, and how can a new customer compete on the new market?
So I think the word that you used to describe it from 10 years ago was the word fun. Yeah, I think it was a lot more fun. It was, and so I started 7 years ago, and I wish I was switched on, and I took full advantage of the opportunity 7 years ago and scaled it a lot faster. Because I'd literally had just dipped my toe into it. I hadn't really done much into it. And then as the business is growing, it gets better and better. New sellers, I think the reason as to why it has changed is a lot more competitive. Yeah,
possible, yes.
I think it's the barrier to entry. There's a lot more educational videos out there on how to start selling on Amazon. Yeah, it didn't used to be the case. Like first time I sent an item into Amazon, I was Googling for like 2-3 hours how much they're going to cost me. You know what I mean? It wasn't information that was there, but now you can literally search and say, well, you can send this size box this way, etc., etc. So the way for me, and something that's always been working for us, I've actually gone wider instead of deeper. So we've been talking a lot of different people here going 100, 200 units, yeah. But for me, it's always been a case of like, finding 100, 200 deals. It was when we came to arbitrage. And obviously, of course, this is not feasible. Yeah, because if you're trying to find 200-300 deals a day, it's impossible. This is why I switched the brand, and that's why I switched the brand. That's what it was. I understand the mistake. It was a coping mechanism, but you cannot find deals all the time. You cannot find. You spend all your life in front of a screen, and I didn't want to do that.
I understand. So you have to compete different, you have to see the business different.
You've got to evolve, haven't you? You've got to evolve with everything you do when it comes to a business. It's a moving business. You can't be doing the same thing.
When you would start again, for example, you have your knowledge, but you don't have the money you have right now.
Wow.
Would you go again? The same way? I wouldn't, I think.
No, I don't think. No, you know what?
I would do only wholesale, that's it.
Yeah, would you? So like, obviously the profit has been amazing from the selling under the brand has been brilliant. But I don't think I would have been able to explain, let's say, for example, to the China supplier how my product needs to be, you know what I mean? Unless had done the few boxes that I've sent in myself, you know what I mean? Like the 2-3 years. And I guess I appreciate the difference of the company is now. Like my first year on Amazon, I did 23,000 on a whole year. Yeah, which is nothing. Yeah, which is nothing. Okay, now we're at last 12 months, we're on 700,000. Yeah, so it's great. For the last 7 years, and me and 2 staff, 3 days a week, I think that's quite a proper growth. Yes, there's bigger fish out there. There's bigger fish out there, but it just works the way I want it to work.
Exactly. This was a very good ending. You have done it the way you wanted. You have time to create content, and you have time to be here in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See you. Guys, we have the pioneer here, Charlie from Qogita. Charlie, I have a few questions. What's new on Qogita? I mean, we met each other, maybe you remember.
Yeah.
I was a little bit drunk in Berlin.
I was a little bit drunk.
Me either.
Yeah.
But it was in Berlin. But right now we're here in Amsterdam, 2026. So what's new?
Firstly, that was a fantastic night. And I do remember when you came in, you had an entourage of. I was like, this guy's a big deal. Wait, that's Pavel.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. I guess what's new? I guess things are always new because we're a startup. I think you could look at it from like a product perspective or a supply perspective, where I guess we're always looking to add new brands, new suppliers, get more stock, get our prices down, and work more closely with our suppliers to improve the service. So these are kind of incremental changes. And then similarly on the product side of things, we're always trying to optimize the catalog, make things easier to use.
How many products around do you have already?
So there's probably 500,000
Wow.
individual products.
It's a lot.
And yeah, we're working more closely with brands now as well. We're very close to making some big breakthroughs with certain brands, and I think one of the things that's changing is as we scale and as we get bigger, we found that we can influence a lot more the bigger brands, Amazon, these other marketplaces, which I guess positions us well to not just be able to provide better supply and service, but ultimately to feed that back to our customer base and not just be a supplier for them, but also to actively help them grow their businesses with these marketplaces.
So, of course, you can buy on Qogita, you can sell on Qogita. A lot of people still don't know that nearly anybody can sell when you have good products and you can get some stock. Which kind of suppliers are Qogita looking for?
Yeah, so I think it's so as a marketplace, what we want is always, firstly, we call it liquidity. So that's the bringing together of good prices and good supply. But we also need the service. So we do vet any new suppliers that we work with quite closely to make sure that not only everything looks like they're very official companies, everything's authentic, and they can clearly provide the operational service that we need. But I think we also have a team that manages any suppliers once they do on board with us to make sure that they're able to deliver to the buyers and make sure that the claims are low, delivery times are good, fulfillment is high, because the buyer experience is everything at the end of the day.
Of course.
And so it all comes back to that.
Thank you very much.
Pavel.
It was already fun.
Great
Thank
to
you.
see ya.
See you. Okay, der Kameramann sagt, die Location ist hier sehr, sehr gut. Für ein kurzes, aber knackiges Fazit. Erst einmal, ich hoffe, dass euch dieser Vlog sehr viel Freude bereitet hat. Mit vollen, neuen Insider und vor allem mit tollen Menschen. Darum geht es. Wir wollen neue Persönlichkeiten kennenlernen. Und vor allem unser Netzwerk steht Step by Step erweitern. Warum? Für unsere interne Community. Denn wenn unsere Kunden wachsen, kommen dieselben Kunden über Jahre wieder zu uns zurück. Zweitens, was ist neu bei Qogita? Erst einmal, wie bereits erklärt, gibt es einen neuen Service für Leute, die ein bisschen mehr ausgeben auf Qogita. Da gibt es Zahlungsmöglichkeiten von bis zu 90 Tagen und mehr. Und derjenige, der mich kennt, und viele kennen mich schon seit 7, 8 Jahren, whatever, weiß, dass ich niemals etwas schön rede, was nicht schön ist. Qogita ist in meinen Augen ein sehr guter Start für den Anfang. Die ersten Lieferanten kennenlernen, die Plattform kennenlernen und vieles mehr. Aber es ist nichts, worauf man sich alleine verlassen sollte. Das gesamte Puzzle, was du zum Beispiel bei uns bekommst, das ist das, was uns auszeichnet. Zweitens oder drittens, was auch immer. Bei Qogita gibt es mittlerweile mehr als 550 Supplier. Im letzten Jahr waren es noch 350 Supplier. Supplier bedeutet Lieferanten, die uns mit neuer Ware versorgen können. Das bedeutet, dank Qogita können wir an neue spannende Menschen rankommen, an neue Händler rankommen. Und mit vielen Händlern gibt es exklusive Deals. Beispielsweise ein Kunde ist bereit, 50.000 € bei den Lieferanten auszugeben für die Nische Oral-B. Dann bekommt man einen tollen Preis, was man vielleicht sogar bei dem Großhändler selbst nicht bekommen würde. In diesem Sinne lohnt es sich für uns als Unternehmer, denn wir sind Unternehmer, wir sind Händler, zu vergleichen, überall zu vergleichen. Und wenn ich bei Qogita zum Beispiel einen Preis bekomme für eine Oral-B-Zahnbürste von 6 € und wenn ich zu einem Großhändler hingehe und der Großhändler sagt 5,90 €, das sind ja 10 Cent Unterschied. Ja, macht auch was aus. Aber bei Qogita kann ich mit MX bezahlen, 28 Tage Zahlungsziel bekommen, vielleicht sogar 90 Tage Zahlungsziel fristlos bekomme, ohne Zinsen. Was macht denn mehr Sinn? Das heißt, wir sind die Unternehmer, wir entscheiden. Und im Unternehmertum sagt man immer wieder, Time kills deals. So, und wenn ihr das ganze Großhandelsbusiness aus der Praxis mal erleben wollt, hier oben ist noch mal ein Video verlinkt. Ich sage fette Beute, viele Grüße. Hier macht Giovanni leider nicht auf, aber ich denke mal, heute essen wir einen kleinen Backfisch. Vielen lieben Dank. Ohne euch wäre das alles nicht möglich.